see here. Let me get this set up real quick. We have my niece and my wife on stream with us in the chat. All right. All right. I feel silly now.
That's the thing we were looking for.
Yes. Hey, Bill!
And now we can go get the glass.
Alright.
Don't forget you also have another container in the children's room.
Yes. Yes, the story of the immortal chicken continues. Alright. Oh yeah, that was the other thing we wanted to test. Yep, it does restore health. Now we're at full health.
Base engineer?
Breathedge. Looking for the light.
There's a light right there.
Yeah.
Which one did you get?
Tell Clarion I said hi.
Oh, hi. Yeah.
Sorry, he's getting mad because he just found out he has a different phone than I do.
Because that's what I was talking about. You know yours comes with a pin, right?
I've been using it. Stuff like that.
So which phones did you each get?
I got the Samsung 25 Ultra.
Okay.
And he got the standard.
Oh, I use for nothing. No, use the screen. I knew what the upgrade.
Well, because I'm using it for school purposes.
And I was going to use mine for work. Is there camera quality anyway?
Freezing danger. Hold on. This is what I'm gonna do. Ready?
Okay, now you're just going off.
It's not you wanted to watch too.
Well,
We're looking for glass.
He could always get on his phone and log on to Twitch.
Oh, it's having trouble with me right now.
He's forgot all his passwords and stuff. Grabber.
Yeah, I'm going through the slow process of signing in into everything. The Nintendo was the worst one. Because I still can't get back into it. So let me go try to fix that again.
So we didn't end up getting the glass?
I guess not.
Is it?
Let's see if we can find another one.
There's some right there.
Thank you. There's a few. Is that not what I'm holding?
It says grabber. What are you holding then?
Back scratcher. Oh. Grabber.
Grabber.
I thought the back scratcher got consumed.
At least now we know what was going on.
Yep. Alright, that should be enough to make us a new helmet. And somewhere along the line I took more health damage, but I wasn't paying attention, so I'm not sure where that came from.
You ran into the glass.
Gotcha. Whee! So the somewhat embarrassing bit that I shared with my niece when I was driving to work the next day is it took me till the following day to realize all the carrots that are floating out in space are actually supposed to be cigarettes.
Yeah. That's amazing. Okay, I didn't know either.
But it took me a moment because it's like, oh well, a carrot is what he's eating for the carotene. All right, that makes sense. Yeah, no.
Moments like those.
All right, let's see here. What did we need to make?
Due to the high toxicity level of the renewed painting of the spacesuit, the probability of your death from radiation is now lower than the probability of death from the suit itself. In this regard, you can fly to the evacuation point.
We just gotta make sure we put the helmet on.
Oh.
What did you just throw?
The stuff imposed by the developer. The SIG is what he said is smoking for nicotine. Hilarious. Alright. Now it's saying we can just fly to the evacuation zone. In some ways, this reminds me of the game Splatoon. You have all this blue, and then you have all this red. Is it going to be yellow on the other side? Or Aeon, good versus evil, except yeah. So admittedly, I don't know much about the game Outer Wilds, but does that also include a starship crashing? Because so far, the games I play with my niece all revolve around a starship crash. Have fun.
Yeah. With the exception of Echoes of Wisdom.
True. True.
That's kind of like.
I did forget that that's what we started with.
You started Echoes of Wisdom already without.
We did Echoes of Wisdom first.
That's fair. I haven't played Echoes of Wisdom.
I know. In there.
What's your game?
Breathing damage.
So is it like Doris? What? I'm trying to think of a good example where I can understand.
If Subnautica met... What's that other game you played? When you just rage quitted it on.
Oh, No Man's Sky?
Oh,
No Man's. Okay, my problem was I didn't know about the update that auto saved me. So I glitched out and got stuck in my freighter.
With such an accent, the incorrect localization sounds extremely convincing. The information on the captain's bridge is classified in the database. Therefore, it is recommended to ignore this valuable advice and act according to the situation.
Anything useful in this thing?
We gotta go watch a person get hit by a spider.
Oh,
I thought you finished that already.
just a husk.
Radiation.
Yep, radiation's getting fairly close to critical.
The captain's bridge was badly damaged, but the main systems are still functioning properly.
I'm not too happy with how close that
Radiation
radiation
suit?
is.
Enter password. No power. You need a handy scrap. Power supply 100.
The door is locked. If you manage to get inside, there is a chance to send a distress signal to the nearest planet, or at least cake the course with the captain who allowed this to happen.
You need a key. We have the key.
But you have to equip the key.
What happened? Oh, I see. Was that supposed to go like that?
Seems it will be a long day.
Hey, it took the radiation away.
While choosing the
I'm
most
assuming it
painless
was.
suicide methods for you, a slight decrease in the background radiation was noticed. Surprisingly, your attempt to break the liner could lead to positive results. I could find out the nature of this phenomenon, but for that, I would need to disclose some confidential information of the Breathedge company, which contradicts the security protocol, so not a single spacesuit AI will disclose this information to you. On the other hand, this information is extremely necessary for us. There are a lot of stupid spacesuits with dead carriers floating around, so nobody will even know if you resort to the good old torture method, like the drill. No, I will tell you everything, I swear! Ah, don't do that! What was that? I offered for you to torture other spacesuits. It's a logical thing to do. Well, I won't utter another word. Okay, let bygones be bygones. I suppose you don't think that a program can be afraid of torture, do you? I don't think it can either, and I'm definitely not hinting that you need to find an engineering shuttle.
So we need to find an engineering shuttle.
You probably need some explanations, which you cannot get because the corresponding dialogues are absent in the game. Therefore, you won't get any.
The funny part was I was literally going, okay, where was the nearest other spacesuit? But then I saw the prompt.
In order to find out how you reduce the radiation, you need to calculate the coordinates of the place where the captain's bridge crashed into the liner. Breathedge Agency coffins can help us with this. However, we still need to find an engineering shuttle, or even better, the engineer himself.
Right, you just said that.
There's an engineering
Yeah.
shuttle ahead. I wonder how you find everything so quickly. Is it because of my hints?
We need to get into there. Oh,
Looks like he was shaving with a chainsaw during the crash. I can find no other explanation for such damage to a spacesuit. We need one that is in good condition, or at least other parts of this one. I'd recommend exploring the area.
Isn't that lovely? A lot of tape, water. Ooh, a new processor. Nice. Ooh. That tells me we're going to be building something at some point.
yep.
Ooh. All right. Alrighty. Probably gonna need
It's
to
at the
scan.
front,
Oh,
like right up there. Scan.
okay, is that so?
Looks like a ball of rusty nails.
Titanium ball.
Titanium ball.
Of course.
Looks like there's nothing here. Examine some other debris.
Alright.
Titanium ore.
And I'm gonna go back and make some more scrappers because that's used for more than just scrapping. Alright, electronic compensators, a device. Okay. Sure, we're gonna have to make one of those in the future. Before I forget. Okay, I do have a drill on me. And what's over here on this engineering shuttle, which looks like not much is left.
Something scan, I think?
This part belongs to the shuttle's owner, or owners. It's hard to tell whether the remains belong to just one person. In any case, this won't do. We need something below the belt, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's pretty... Ooh, spare scanner. I won't say no to that.
Away we go.
Magnet. That's new.
Nifty.
All the interior was torn out by depressurization. Looks like there's nothing here. Examine some other debris. What a strange place, but maybe we can find something useful here. Not the most useful instrument in space. Unfortunately, this isn't what we're looking for, although I would think of getting a hand transplant if I were you. These are better than yours, and it looks like nobody needs them anymore.
Repair tool.
Scan.
What's that? Is it the body part I'm thinking of? Oh, nope, it's just a finger. This won't do.
Radiation.
The durability of the engineering modules is impressive. Even such asteroids couldn't crash them. This is it. I wasn't sure if the engineer's legs remained intact, but we were lucky. Unfortunately, due to the security protocol, I cannot tell you that the special magnets built into his engineering boots can be used to illegally open the back panel of Breathedge coffins. You probably need some explanation about this. I have no right to inform you that Breathedge Agency coffins exchange information with each other concerning obstacles flying by in order to avoid collisions in space. Collecting this information would help determine the trajectory of the captain's bridge, which in turn will determine the coordinates of its collision with the liner.
I'm just now noticing that it says open a couple of coffins 0 out of 200.
Seen 200 coffins.
I've seen 3 or 4, maybe. equipment, tools. So we need aluminum and thick electrical tape. Now just 2 aluminum. Lead. Metal, metal. Oh. Let's head back to our first base and see about getting the supplies this way. That's awfully mean.
You know what else has cyanide? Cherry pit.
Yes, and apple seeds. Very, very small amount, but yes. You know, let's go back because what I can do is I can take the requirements because then we can access the coffins on our way back. But if I don't take the magnets, we won't have the materials.
And you gotta go back and forth.
At least I thought about it before I didn't get too far away.
True. We need magnet and thick tape.
Batteries, and we got batteries at the other base. But there's also a few coffins in this direction. You know, as lovely as this scenery looks, my brain is going, but it's not spinning. Everything spins in space. I also recognize how crazy this game would be if you actually had everything spinning. Maybe that is part of the mystery. I mean, also to be fair, if we were in space and I did this jet and it got to 10 meters per second and I let go, I'd still be going 10 meters a second. But again, that That would be very messy. I mean, if you've ever played Space Engineers with your dampeners off.
Freezing danger. There's source of light.
There are games like that. Sure. Yeah, there are. Again, Space Engineers, if you don't have the dampeners on, works exactly that way. And yeah, it gets kind of crazy. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the new Space Engineers too, because they've upgraded the game engine. And there's one of the coffins, and it's spinning.
Yeah, the coffins spin.
I mean, these asteroids and stuff spin. Alright. Well, I saw some batteries, so that's... Alright. Fabric. Do we not
And then
have aluminum?
we might have to get more.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna have to get more.
Or is it possible it might be in the other one? Where the kids' room is?
Do you remember how to get there?
The markers are all gone.
I think
It
it's
was
that
like,
right there.
yeah, I'm like, it's one of the middle ones.
But we can check this rock to see if it's got any aluminum on it while we go. Did not see any deposits on that.
It seems that the drawings are made by an adult, or a foot. It's not possible to identify this precisely.
No aluminum here. And our drill is almost dead.
Yeah, I got that.
Alright, first thing to make is this one. Don't really see any metal, so we'll have to go get our own metal to make another drill. Alright. Grabber. There we go.
The technology of opening the back panel of Breathedge agency coffers is commercial classified information, and therefore I cannot advise you to turn on the magnet, attach it to the lock, and pull the trigger to dislodge the locking mechanism. You'll have to figure it out yourself. You're doing great. You're almost there. Come on, just a little more. Do it before you realize that these mechanics just artificially prolong the gameplay.
So, do we know where there is any other coffins nearby?
I thought there was some in the paint, maybe? I don't know.
This guy broke through the fourth wall, the fifth wall, and kept on going. He broke through the wall so much he even broke through the tesseract. Sorry, right down here.
There's one.
There's two actually.
Hey, flip. What the heck are you scripted? You only need 3 attempts. Are you sure that you were licensed?
Alright. Wow. What luck we have scripted for you. You only need 3 attempts. Are you sure you want to play the licensed version of this game without any cheats? So what answer do we want to give?
What's the chat say?
Waiting for the delay for Bill to weigh in. Yes, you can't save right now. So okay, I saved it, so let's see what the nope answer is.
What does it say at the end for this week?
They gave me an eye patch.
Data acquired, but its analysis will take about 3 days.
That's adorable.
Nope. 3 seconds are enough. Apparently, the captain's bridge damaged the tank with mayonnaise on the port side of the liner. The mayo got pulled into the core's gravitational field, which increased its mass and decreased its activity. Bombarding the core with other similar debris may lead to a further decrease in its activity, probably. What's left to do is to find something with similar properties to mayo and not kill yourself with such experiments. Seems like the liner is gradually falling apart. We need to hurry. In this regard, I will calibrate the radiation sensors a bit. You'll be able to get much closer to the liner, and we'll assume that you are not exposed to radiation at all. The presence of such an amount of cooling gel is strange. Such a composition was outdated more than 10 years ago and is not produced on any... Speaking of Normandy, your interlocutor has already mentioned this shuttle with survivors. It would be nice to find it before you actually destroy everyone. I will mark several interesting places that I found through the coffin notification system.
I missed like a lot of that because it kept jumping from one dialogue to another.
Yeah.
If you want to open more coffins, there's a chance that I'll be able to detect new, potentially useful debris, while my anti-vandal program scares you with criminal liability.
Oh, I wish you would have spoken up when there was a coffin in view. Although, you know... Sure. Alright.
Data acquired, but its analysis will take about 3 days. Nope. 3 seconds are enough. Apparently, the captain's bridge damaged the tank with mayonnaise on the port side of the liner. The mayo got pulled into the core's gravitational field, which increased its mass and decreased its activity. Bombarding the core with other similar debris may lead to a further decrease in its activity, probably. What's left to do is to find something with similar properties to mayo and not kill yourself with such experiments. Seems like the liner is gradually falling apart. We need to hurry. In this regard, I will calibrate the radiation sensors a bit. You'll be able to get much closer to the liner, and we'll assume that you are not exposed to radiation at all. Speaking of Normandy, your interlocutor has already mentioned this shuttle with survivors. It would be nice to find it before you actually destroy everyone. I will mark several interesting places that I found through the coffin notification system. If you want to open more coffins, there's a chance that I'll be able to detect new, potentially useful debris, while my anti-vandal program scares you with criminal liability. The presence of such an amount of cooling gel is strange. Such a composition was outdated more than 10 years. Thanks to your torture, I violated not only the Breathedge data protection protocol, but also entirely by accident. I repeat, entirely by accident. Cracked the data block, which I had insufficient privileges to access. From the information gathered, I can conclude that the agency coffins not only transmit information about obstacles, but also exchange strange encrypted data packets. Unfortunately, even when threatened with a drill, I wouldn't have enough power to decrypt it. You would need some military equipment here.
There we go.
I'm like, we're kind of really close there.
Yep.
So it looks like the game does not want us to hear about the cooling gel. Because every time it talks about the outdated cooling gel, it jumps conversation. Is that a coffin?
Where?
Right above to the right. Down. Orange. No, it's not. Okay. Part of the building.
Such tubes are usually installed in the liner's service modules, where they cut down expenses on artificial gravitation.
Very curious to see how we get to this one down here.
Maybe that hole right there? And then a little to the right and down. Do you see what I'm seeing?
Cooling gel detected. Theoretically, the cooling gel can be used to reduce the temperature and activity of the core. That is, if you find a blob large enough that doesn't evaporate before we get to the liner.
I mean, aren't those blobs large enough?
Yeah.
Ooh. My guess is there's going to be a drop right after that. Ooh.
Oh, did we
Alright.
find the way down? I can move the bow.
I hope there's a way that we can upgrade and get faster speeds. It's gonna suck if I get down below this massive thing and realize that's not the way in. Yeah. We're gonna actually have to travel through, looks like that hole. Alright. So we're gonna go to this.
Well,
Hey, creative.
at least me failing to navigate wasn't completely pointless. It allowed us to see what we needed to see.
It is a visually pleasing game, that's for sure. I sure hate the inflamed taste bud. Oh, yeah, that sucks when you get an inflamed taste bud.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder what poked all these holes. Ooh. I'm getting distracted by that shiny green beam.
You like shiny.
There's an engineering shuttle ahead. I wonder how you find everything so quickly. Is it because of my hints?
Let's do this guy first. It's closer.
That's a familiar way of repairing things. Did you study the same manual as well? His mistake was that he didn't know the principles of electrical conductivity. However, it's a good idea to pour some melted metal on the handy scrapper.
Alrighty then.
It's unlikely that it will fly with a broken engine, but the design of the steering wheel is quite interesting.
Won't let me take it.
We can scan that though.
Yay, 204 bridge components. No storage. That's disappointing.
Hi, Clarion.
Smeagol.
Did he call you Smeagol?
Yes, that is what my nickname is from him.
I mean, I think Book Goblin's more appropriate.
Well, the idea is all books are the One Ring.
Shut up. This is not make fun of Wendy time.
You called me Clarion. That doesn't
Apparently,
mean I'm always a
Casey
witch.
disagrees.
Casey, you're supposed to be on my side. Fine. Next time he pulls out the nail trimmers, I won't say anything.
That'd make it a lot easier for me.
That's probably what we could use to break the titanium.
Oh, see, Casey's interacting now.
So where was the? There's the shiny green.
Stop. Judging by the signal, there's an anti-asteroid turret nearby. I hope you don't look much like an asteroid, but it's recommended that you stay away from the guns. These turrets can attack a large moving object without even knowing how valuable the spacesuit on this object is.
That's what the green thingy is. At least now you know what caused the holes.
Yep. Is that another one? I don't see a light coming out of it. But yeah, that explains what caused all the holes. Oh! Oh!
Phew.
Well, remember, the AI is in the spacesuit. So the AI was referring to itself.
Why do you need a new spacesuit? I'm better than any new spacesuit. I recommend just upgrading to current equipment. Turret detected.
This is working autonomous oxygen station.
This is Knight Errant, the main weapon of the liner unnamed. It was meant to be used only in cases of emergency when the liner was attacked from the outside. Who would attack it, and what makes Knight Errant different from other turrets? The journalists didn't get a clear answer.
That's a lot of,
It looks like Knight Errant's manual control panel. It's used in case of remote control system failure. Getting here from inside the liner was impossible, therefore it wasn't fortified much. There are no data about the discharge cells or any modern particle beam weapon in general, but according to the blueprint, it's somewhere inside the gun's barrel. I don't think you should poke your nose in there.
Don't fret, that's a good time.
I think you should.
Turret nearby.
Where? Which one's going red? That one.
Don't see it.
I'm assuming this flashing light is what I'm supposed to be aiming for.
Careful. It's red. Grab her. Construction kit. Hammer, chisel, some nails, and
There's a turret somewhere near. I hate portals. There's a turret somewhere near.
What caused the I hate portals comment?
I don't know.
Body.
Alright, Navigator, where should I go?
We should probably circle back to base, drop
Turret
some
active.
stuff
Be
off,
careful.
and get. Nice.
If the gun doesn't work, it doesn't mean you can poke your head right into its barrel. Although such a classified device causes an uncontrolled execution of my curiosity. Apparently, these are the discharge cells. It's unlikely that you'll be able to fix them, but I'm sure that there are some spare ones somewhere. Although I recommend that you think about why you would want to repair this gun in the first place.
There's the cells that you were looking for. Discharge cell required.
Mm-hmm.
What a strange place, but maybe we can find something useful here. It's not recommended to disassemble space beds, although it's not clear why. It's hard to find a simpler object. Turret detected. Looks like someone suffocated when stealing the TV after the crash.
You're caught on that wire.
Turret active. Be careful.
That's not a great sight.
Peacefully fall asleep from the enemy's build. What a story done.
Yeah, I think we need the flashlight. Because wasn't this sucker armed with those guys? Clearly my assumption of we get the energy cells from the active turns is not accurate.
A turret. Be careful.
Hello.
That was a close one.
Yep. We need 2 refined metals. We do not have... Alright, drop you, drop you.
The turret has noticed you.
So we can disable them. There we go, that's what I was looking for.
You just needed to walk away for a sec so it load.
Alright, and... Ah, there it is.
Only the main weapon of the liner, Knight Errant, could have made such holes. If it's still functioning, I really hope that Knight Errant will not react to an object as small as your body.
Is that what I think it is?
I think it is.
It is. Oh.
You didn't pick up the master key. There it is.
I had put it on the hot bar, but I hadn't equipped it. I need 2 more metal chunks.
turret has noticed you.
Alright. So I don't see that one's control.
I didn't either. Maybe it's somewhere closer?
Possible that this one just doesn't have a shut off?
That is a possibility.
Turret active. Be careful.
You're like, how can they see me though?
Well, what trips me out is all of a sudden I see light. I'm like, where's the light coming from? The light's clipping through. Okay.
There's a turret somewhere near.
Ah.
It's above. There's another one.
Oh, and I see where it's located. That's going to be fun.
I touched my screen and pointed at it like you could see.
Oh, is it funnier that I responded as if I could?
Hi, Hannibal. How you been?
Turret active. Be careful.
Got a little disoriented. There's that one. Where's
Yeah,
the other one?
right
I
there.
see it. The game's not rendering the stuff correctly.
I can feel your anxiety from here.
Well, when I started floating up right before it disabled, I have 3, we need 2 more, and there's 2 more there, but we need to find their shutoffs.
The turret has noticed you.
Try going above. There it is.
Sneaky, sneaky. Sup, Jay?
One.
And there's the other one. Oh, that makes me nervous. Oh. Oh, and we still have an active turret to remember about. My audio's a bit low. Let's see here. Game audio or mic audio? Or niece audio?
Got one. Second discharge cell installed. I hope it doesn't start firing right away once you fixed it.
Yeah, that's my worry too. My voice audio? Alright. Bumped it up a bit.
Only one left. And we're done. I might be wrong, but is Knight Errant preparing to shoot?
Like,
No, it's
definitely
not.
get.
But I'm starting to understand why you repaired this weapon. I'd like to warn you that shooting from it is pure madness. Therefore, I strongly recommend not to come near Knight Errant's manual control panel, take the joystick in your hand, direct the weapon at the debris, and press the fire button. Knight Errant is in running order. Yes, I had exactly the same idea. Knight Errant must break through the airlock's armor, damaging the latching mechanism. Try aiming and shooting at the lower latch so as not to damage the module. Seems like you only have one shot before the weapon's batteries go completely flat. Fire! I'm not sure this is a good time to comment, but the shot didn't go well. Although you did damage the armor for sure, together with half the equipment.
Alright, now how's that one?
An armored airlock with complex entry control system. The system was so complex that it was the first one to fail. However, this doesn't prevent the door from remaining armored. We won't find any other way into the module anyway.
Curious. Didn't think it would open, but...
Okay. Other door.
You seen a way in?
I think we need a flashlight. I thought we got a blueprint for.
We did, but at the time we were short on light bulbs, but... I mean, right now we don't have a light bulb, so... Oh, you picked up out of ore? Nice. And Creative and I have been having fun with that. Let's go see what that one is.
I can't. It looks like a dumbbell.
A large part of the mayonnaise is frozen, but there is some strange activity in some of the balls, if it really is mayo, as indicated in the invoices.
Oh no. I just got kicked from Discord.
You're back.
Oh, okay. I heard all these noises. What the heck?
Yeah, you temporarily disconnected and reconnected. You're okay.
Okay. That was weird.
Looks like the mayo tanks weren't only on the port side. There's a chance to find something here that could be launched into the core.
Light bulb! Now we just have to get back to a crafting table.
Yep.
And yes, every time I do that, it's
This
because
is
my
working
finger is
autonomous
on the
oxygen
wrong
station.
button.
I have no idea who would need that amount of mayo in space, but we need to find a way to get this whole thing into the liner's core to reduce its activity. The victim may have tried to press the barbell with his Adam's apple, but this presumption may not be accurate.
There's the dumbbell you were talking about. Does not look like we have a crafting bench here, sadly. But there should be one in there.
Yep.
Oh, and there's a lot of turrets between us and there that are still active. Because I see 1, 2. Of course, now we know better what to look for. We might want to look at those too and see if we can
Find it.
deactivate them.
Docking
Yep.
gates. These are obsolete, although they come in quite handy in case of emergency evacuation.
There we go. Is that the control panel right there?
Mm.
That orange thing?
For that one?
For that one,
The turret.
but
Be careful.
Yep. Ooh.
I'm worried this one might not have one.
There's some breakage right there. Maybe it's in there.
We looked in there. I didn't see anything for that guy. He might not be able to be shut off.
Got it. So you put it on your... right there.
How do I use it though?
Flashlight. Up. I think I see that control panel. Or no, is that that?
Turret signal. Be careful.
It looks like to get to that one, right there, you have to get into this guy's field of view.
turret detected. There's a turret somewhere near.
I think I see it.
That's cool. And you can't harvest the batteries anymore.
Well,
Nope, you can.
The turret has noticed you.
Which turret?
all of them.
There's an orange thingy.
I believe I saw one more green light somewhere. There we go.
Right there.
There's a turret somewhere near.
And there's its deactivate. Hmm. Okay. Shouldn't have to worry about turrets now.
Yay!
I did make a repair tool, did I not? I guess I did not. Probably one of those things I clicked it and then it stopped before I switched screens before it stopped. Alright, you see anything I'm missing?
I am not. Because the problem is a locked door, so it should peer into one of those 3 floors right there. You should be looking for a secondary door.
You have this piece here that's different. Wait a tick. Nope. controls let me rotate, turn clockwise, turn counterclockwise. Oh, it's not turning me clockwise or counterclockwise, so... Yep, not turning clockwise or counterclockwise. That would probably be very useful in this. Alright, now I'm kind of stuck. Alright. Alright, I'm going to load from my autosave.
There we go. And then this would probably be a good stopping point.
Yep, I was just going to say that. So, thank you everybody for watching. We'll be back next week with some more Breathedge. And I'm going to take a break for a bit and then be back with another game. So, until then, thanks for watching.